I don't know, maybe. Never happy, that's the problem. Probably because I no longer know how to shoot a ship any much range. Probably. Oh, and G-forces are confused. Okay, this axis. Yeah, it's great. This is exactly what I wanted. I want it to be where power burning is such a get out of jail. Exactly what I want. It's like, I mean, what I was thinking about was making the G-force resistances universal, so all power burning does is accelerate you quicker. But the G-forces still cap out, like, the top speed you're gonna hit. So somebody strafing to catch up to you, it won't do it as quickly, but there'll be more of a sense that you can chase people than what it is right now. Where people tend to run away. If someone wants to run away, like, that's it. You're never gonna see them again. They're gone. It's not like... Because that's a funny thing in El Drono. Which was... It's actually really easy to chase people. To an extent. Like, you lose them a lot because they escape in the mappo. Am I getting performances? This performance mod. It says we're running at good, happy frames. Not as much as I would like it to be. Oh, that was another dream I had. I had a dream that I had a new graphics card that was sitting on, like, my desk that I was deciding not to use, because it's like, I don't know the reasoning behind it, and made no sense. All I know is that it made absolute. And it goes something about, but I'll ruin, like, the resale value because I wanted to get a better graphics card. I think that was happening. Are there any speed parameters on, or is it what we're all... Oh, yeah. Energy. No, it's the... I know it's on by default, but I figured you would turn it off to be a Tesla. So, when are you getting the microphone? Wow. Whoa. Thank you. El Strikos. The main goal is that there's no racing, which won't happen. But that's the goal. Stay away from racing, because it's driving me crazy. It's like, I have to beat my lap time by another 1 second one more time before someone else beats it. I'm gonna lose. No! Ah! I don't win. I don't have the server control. Ah! The Days has it, so control me whatever he wants. Which is fortunate, because he won't get a mic to make up for it. Bastard. Like, then he could troll as much as he want to, and I couldn't even complain about it. The below 3 minute. There's a new contender below 3 minutes, which was one of the Star Citizen racing pros, and he's already optimizing his time. He's beaten by like 5 seconds every time he does it. So it's just a matter of time. Oh, if it's bounty hunt, I'm gonna chase a Days. I wanna see how impossible it is. No, we're not close enough. Or the Days might be. Who knows where the Days? Okay, it was around here for like a second. Like the scanner right, actually. Get to look at the contact display. Problem is, the contact display doesn't tell me how far away I am. And helpful. Very bad at finding. So it's, I think I already told Days. I think I have 2 weeks with my record, and then I'm doomed. Because once it gets beaten, I'll never be able to take it. I'll be doomed. Oh no, the Days is very well. Or not hidden at all, and that's why I can't. I'm just flying between fire. Scout. Oh, okay, yeah, there is micros. I don't know.
Greetings.
I assume. Oh, thanks for following. Brag. Yes. All right. Anyway, the Days. Wait, did the Days launch an alarm? I heard the alarm. Well, that doesn't help me. So the Days knows where I'm at. I don't know where the Days is. I keep bumping in the rocks. I'm not paying attention. Oh god. Here. And continue to not find any Days. Wherever they may be. Maybe he left the server and I didn't. I should use this song for racing. Despair, I think, we're a more distant. Let's go. Actually, he's probably in the caves, to be honest, if he wanted to hide, because that's the spot he found. I guess we'll go look. This is one of them. I don't think this is a very high quality, but it's definitely a cave. this. I think there's one more on like one of the further asteroids, which I think this asteroid might have. I forget though, but I think it was the. It has like a cut in. No, the days is very much still hidden. I didn't good at finding. The days. Spiritism. Oh, hang on. Haha. I got it. Yeah, no, you're hiding. You're just saying. You're definitely hiding. Yeah. Oh, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, it's like... Oh, it's one of those things again. That I'm pretty sure they go after streams of low counts, which I find really annoying. There was one time I abandoned a racing lap just to ban one of them. And my phone's going off, I'll mute for a little bit. Good, they knew the hang up before the thing timed out. Good. Bastards. But I abandoned like a racing lap that was like decent once just to ban one. Almost sad. But if Daze isn't hiding, then well, he's just not killing the AI. Then that's like what it would on the pick one. Shoot. So you're just hanging out in a middle of nowhere. You're not hiding. Or you're just like so far outside the map that there's no way anyone would ever find you. That's the other possibility. I'm not hiding, I'm just outside the map boundary 20 kilometers. It's not hiding, technically. There's nothing I'm hiding behind. I'm hiding by being far away. Yeah, see, that's basically hiding. Little hider. All you do. Fuck, got it. I need to use Vulcan's work. I'm very good with them. Weirdly. It's just because I never use. Only there was a sign. Us. But there's no sign of it. Especially days. Now it's gonna go. 10 days. Possible. It's still very 111. Oh, Beavers. all about the roll. That's what's mitigating the G-force that you're pulling from desiring to be behind. Haha. Tism AI. And the AI are really good at, like, countering you. Well, they're not the best at it. The rotation's very good at countering you, but their movement not as a player. I don't know. It's so fun, though. It's like... I like that. That was a stray shot, but I'm just gonna attack you. Oh, I like how Box... I don't think Box ever left a feedback that he wanted the like, change the name on the SRS back to SRM. The old name. He said he wanted the... Yeah. The short-range swarm. I don't feel like it really matters that much either way. It's like short-range missile versus short-range swarm. It's like... It's a Daze! Well, he has a damp, so that's already. Infinite orbits. I think it's kind of less fun. Vector. Never stop vectoring. Uh-oh. Oh no, my delicious speed. Gotta do too much. Like I say, this is Tizumi. Catch up to somebody. Very Tizumi. Very easy to screw up, especially when they have a damp and you don't. You choose not to. We'll need to do drastic. Goodbye, Speed. It was nice knowing you. The infinitely thin. Yeah, that is a day. The infinitely thin smoke trails, definitely. But I'd have to, like, yeah, rebuild this. Pretty hard, man. It's gonna orbit forever. Never gonna get it. Although, that means the Yellow Room's probably even better than it typically is at, like, getting them. And directly buff them. Alright, if you want to, you can switch at the rate. I think I've gotten over not liking it temporarily, where it's like I wouldn't mind. I would just be upset. I mean, we could do racing to the G-forces off, because it doesn't record the time even. It'd be for funsies. You could do whatever. Alright, so it better not record the time. How does it, like, start? How does that change? Limited by the churn rates. I find the G-forces, like the rotation speeds, I find limiting in short range. But I find the G-forces still to be a big limit at, like, every possible range. As well as up close. I just find that, like, the only time the rotation speeds are limited, it's like, well, if you're using, like, a bomber. Got too much ingrained muscle memory. Mitigating G. I can't just fly without the G's. I also didn't put triple. Yeah, this map has racing in quotes. Racing, but it's more fun because it's not about, like, doing the best time, and mitigating G-forces is just about a big nonsense. It's about erasing any muscle memory I had with the G-forces. Because, yeah. So that's great. Because all this is just destructive to any muscle memory I had, so it's gonna get rid of it while I'm fighting it at the same time. You're in a medium. You got the potential, like, shaving. Oh, you're medium grab. You're also on a medium. Yeah, see. I feel, yeah, I'm doing worse. Definitely worse. Well, slow. I'm really worse. Slow. Lower. Problem is, you gotta learn how to. Just because the G-force off doesn't mean you're suddenly quickly. You gotta learn what it is you're. Right. That was coverable. You're fast! Can't avoid the things. Actually, I almost want to say that G-forces are better because at least I know what I'm doing to more of an extent. That was better, but still lower than it should be. If you do that, that robs your mode. Can't. Can't strafe. Hey, turn the G-forces back on. It's actually easier. If you turn on halfway through the race, does that do anything? Because that might still be an exploit. Yo, if you basically, like, if you have someone else in the server with you hosting the server, and you do the whole race, compared to Battlescape, oh yeah, the ranges are typically a lot closer when compared to Battlescape. Mainly because the weapons are kind of sort of hard capped at 1 kilometer because of the projectile speeds. They're not fixed to 1 kilometer range, but they're projectile lifetime. Now, we don't want to test, though, because if we test and I get a better time, then I'll have a cheated time recorded as the best, so I don't want to. But, I mean, someone who has a, you know, slower time? Where they easily could have, like, the potential, yeah. So yeah, you want to test that real quick then, Dens? Or I'm just gonna... Well, I need to be the server admin. So you just leave, restart, and whatnot. And you just do a lap where you feel like you'll do it faster when I have the remote pilot on, and then before you finish the race, we'll change it and see if that's an exploit. If that's an exploit, that's awfully silly. I have the remote piloting. So this is when you get to the last straightaway, really. I'll turn it off and see what that does. And then also the G-forces make it close range just because you can't spend as much time building up speed in a direction. Well, I can kind of like sort of follow days through. Well, that's like one of the main. Another factor, maybe. Also, the weapon projectile velocities are also way slower, so most of them you can visually see quite easily. It might take a while for you to get a good lap, though, where it would actually have been faster than... Isn't this like... Gotta go over here and use that's for the... I don't have a good sense of where the racetrack actually is. Although that looks like... This looks like a... Parhesian. Alright, there we go. But like where the race is. I haven't ever played Star Citizen, so you'd have to like... find someone else. Like, if you're in the HunterNet Discord already, there's like way more Star Citizen pilots. Another cat. I'm not sure how the ranges compare. Like, I know there's a... Basically, the main thing you hear about Star Citizen, it goes back and forth between gimbals, missiles, and every now and then the fixed weapons will work if they get the netcode right for, like, the patch. Every now and then, but what I hear, it's not very consistent. Very inconsistent. So, is this lap faster than 3 minutes? Because I don't think it is. Alright, another big collision. I'll just assume the fighting gets more close because you don't have as much options that will work at long range. Like, you have the homing long range method. Alright, I turned it off. Before you... Hi, Fernando.
Hey, I was just wondering what you guys are doing on stream. I was like trying to avoid racing. I watched the stream. I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah, what we're doing, we were curious if you have remote pilot off for the entire race, well, on for the entire race, and then you turn it off before they finish the lap, does that count as a legitimate time, and that's an exploit? So we wanted to test it with days, because the last thing I want to do is actually get a faster time and then have a cheated time as my best. So that's what we were saying, is like, I mean, you would know if that would work.
Did I consider that,
yeah,
that potential?
Yeah.
Well,
did you consider
that? Now? I don't know, maybe. I might have.
It might.
Did you try it?
Yeah. Strike says hi, Fernando, in my chat.
Oh, he says in your
Alright.
In my Twitch, I don't see the Twitch chat. I don't know why it does that. Let me look at it on the other browser.
A little strange.
It's weird. On Firefox, I don't get the Twitch chat most of the time.
I switched.
But if I use internet, whatever, this other browser.
Yeah, I use Opera GX because I got tired of Firefox's shenanigans. It's like, well, I think you're technically the 5th best racer, Days. Under technicality.
Yeah, hey, there's only 4 people that have gone below 3 minutes.
Let's have the G-forces on right
now. So you guys try it? When he's about to cross the last ring, just turn remote pilot back on,
turn it
off, and see what happens.
Yeah, well, the main thing is
you have to do it every single ring.
Well, the main thing is I need Days to like reset right. I didn't. You joined, so I didn't turn it back on, which he would realize due to the fact there's G-forces.
You guys hadn't tried the experiment fully yet?
No, we're on the experimental just because it's, you know, by default. The only thing we were doing is remote piloting. Yeah, so reset yourself, because I didn't even turn the G-forces back off. You just went and didn't say anything. You just went on your own. I was talking.
Your best lap is 2 minutes 15 seconds now, right?
Yeah.
How hard was that lap?
Very hard. I think it was 4 hours in between the last record lap and that one, I think.
Wow.
It was 4 hours of me, like, crashing too early because I'm trying to push the speed envelope out further. So I'm just crashing all the time.
There he is.
Yep, it's on now. I can leave the menu open too, they'll make it a little life.
I wonder what kind of time do you expect him to get with remote pilot on?
Like, well, the main thing, because I was flying a little bit with it on, it doesn't actually make it easier because you're so used to having G-forces that I have muscle memory for mitigating Gs, which isn't necessary. And then when I don't do it, I get confused as to like what I'm supposed to do. So I end up not flying where I intend to be flying.
I mean, it definitely would help you cut some time off your laps, but yeah, it's not as...
I'd say it would, but you'd have to learn.
There you go.
My PC, I'm currently running a 3800X for a CPU and a 1070 for a graphic. And then I have like RAM clocked to 3600 megahertz with like halfway decent timings. It's like, it's nothing special. Just okay time.
Future Frenzy.
I decided I'm a long way, I guess. Old Days died in the tunnels twice.
Do you know your way out around this map when you're not in the race?
Enough. Enough. It's like, cause here we're at the exit. I don't know if Dave's made it yet.
This asteroid is huge, by the way.
Yeah. Up there he is. That was a small overshoot.
Whoa, that's quite an overshoot there.
Otherwise, the only other thing about my PC, it's like I'm on SSDs only. As in, there's one 2 terabyte SSDs to storage, and that's about it. Oh, I should make...
Days go.
I never bothered to do that. I didn't bother to write it down and put it in, like, channel description. I should, just so that it's there. Although I'd have no problem with telling people what my specs were, even though it would be...
Hey, what you need to add a little command, exclamation specs, and then...
Yeah, it's... I don't got
that's
the
how the
effort.
pros do it, man.
Yeah, that's how the problem is, being a pro isn't what I'm going for, really. That's not the kind of feel I want, you know? I don't want people to feel like I know what I'm doing. I want people to feel like it's very minimalistic and low effort. So that's the kind of audience I want, you know, that appreciate.
They're pretty
Low
sure
effort.
low effort, 2-minute, 15-second lap times.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the low effort in terms of the streaming at least.
I'm joking.
But,
You're a
yeah.
good cameraman. We need we need to get good clips for the Indiegogo campaign. So you should if there's a cool moment that happens, either from your perspective or
Yeah.
from you following days.
Well, anyone who... It's like we already tested this. Anyone can clip my streams up to a minute. It's just if it needs to be longer than a minute, I have to do it myself.
Oh, okay.
And do it as a highlight instead of a clip.
Plus, we're not supposed to have the overlay in the trailer.
Yeah.
So you have that keyboard overlay, so that would get in the way.
Yeah, that's why when I gave Box Soul when he wanted it, I figured it's like, it makes more sense to turn the overlay off. I think I did. Yeah, I lost
Hey,
track
where's
of it
Dave? Where's
slightly.
Dave?
I went the wrong way on the race, because I only, like, vaguely.
Hey, Strike.
Vaguely. No!
Remember you turn to turn off remote pilot before he crosses the finish line.
Yeah.
There he is on the radar.
There we go.
You
He's
see
in
him?
the last bend. I think.
But if you have him targeted, you should. If you keep him targeted, it'll tell you. Well,
Yeah.
you're not in the race.
Well, I saw
Look
him
at
go
this.
past, so...
He just died. Okay,
So,
turn
it
remote pilot
records the
off.
lap time. It's back on nowadays.
3:53, but it doesn't count towards.
Well, he
I'll
didn't...
just tell you.
It's like,
He
what
didn't,
it...
he didn't go fast enough, but
Yeah.
you can't get it. It won't. You can't overcome it that way. I checked for that. Plus
Alright.
other exploits. You could be turning it on and off at every single ring, and it would still get caught. Let's put it
Okay,
that way.
good.
Uh,
It was fun to-
after
it was fun to have
after
fun
Dave
testing
sent me
it,
that
though.
message saying, "Did you know about the remote pilot?" I'm like, I didn't think about that. So I went in there and I went like, okay, what
That's
do you
what-
do to make sure people can't find a way around this? Because then I thought, well, what if people turn it on and off between each lap like you were doing? I thought every single ring, like on off, on off, on off. And yeah, because I checked it in where we're only checked when you pass the ring. And
Oh, you removed the
It's-
drag damage exploit I was thinking of, where you have somebody at like a really hard turn shoot you to slow you
Shoot you.
down, and
I
then
didn't
you
think
keep
about
on
that
going.
one.
I thought that's what I thought of, but because you got rid of drag damage, because you're like, actually a hot race is better anyway.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
it didn't. Yeah, you know me. I like to remove stuff.
I mean, I found drag damage hilarious because I'd start in last place and then I'd slow everyone down as I climbed the first. I found it hilarious.
But now you can just destroy everybody as you climb up first. That's more exciting.
Yeah, instead with a hot race, what I do is I keep going backwards to find players to shoot at and probably
was
make
so
everyone
fun.
upset. I think is what I actually.
Okay. So how do you guys liking the speed demon and alt test on by default?
It's
Gotten
like,
used to it more now.
yeah, I'm used to it more now. I think I was talking with Ivan a little bit about like possibly having it uncapped and like completely. I figured it's like actually I think what I'd prefer is if even normal strafing could like make you go a little bit faster versus it only being boosting. Because I just feel like what sometimes happens when you're doing a strafe is that because you're technically not, you know, power burning or boosting, it's like, and you just strafe right when you're already going like 800, it just slows you down because you're technically at the speed limit according to
I
the thing.
see. Yeah.
That's
not
what
bad
I
suggestion.
figured
We
was
can
a
have
problem.
it so that even with regular strafe, you can go a little bit faster, but it's at a lower rate.
Because it just makes it harder to preserve the momentum.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's something to try.
Big
at least.
crash.
Oh, I just saw that crash on stream.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
That's because I was going 960 before the entrance of that tunnel. I don't know how to enter it at a high speed.
Entering that tunnel at high speed is probably going to be difficult.
It's
in
hard.
general.
I've done it once ever.
I can do the first tunnel at high speed, but I can't do any of the others. At
Yeah,
high speed
I don't
yet.
do the first one at a high. I do it at a higher speed, just not as fast as you end up doing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
if
gonna
only
get
I
back.
could do the rest of the track as fast, but oh well.
I'm gonna get back to work. I just wanted to drop by and say hi and find out what the hell you guys were up to.
Nonsense.
You were up
that's
to
why.
some shenanigans. I could just tell.
Oh, almost. I bounced at like a right time. I just didn't recover.
See you later, Strike, Dave, and Crave.
Take care. Stay safe.
Same to you guys. Bye bye.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna hop in the lobby with y'all.
And you're gonna practice too.
I am, because I want to get below 3 minutes.
Sub 3 minutes.
My goal, I do want to try and push for first, but that's not going to be for a long while. I just don't have the practice yet. I did that too late.
G-forces
Oh,
feel
I
more
also-
generous for some reason. I don't know why.
Do that?
I don't know if they are. It just feels like. Oh, I lost. I did the tunnel, but I lost my. I'm probably not going to get a faster time.
Oh, I did that too early.
I also just don't have my execution as down for the other parts of the rig. It's because I spent less time on.
I suppose I'm not warmed up at all. I need to read the angle.
My dad had to do an emergency asteroid avoidance because I wasn't going the way I kind of thought it.
Wow, I am not able.
Oh, lap's ruined now. I did that part bad.
I'm just gonna warm up with a slow run.
Slow.
Like, I'm not even gonna like power boost much for it. I don't know how I did that. Okay, I did a weird maneuver that got me killed. That was strange.
I just crashed.
Anyway, slow run. Here we go. When you do a slow run with Speed Demon on.
Don't power burn ever.
Mm-hmm.
I ruined the approach. One thing is the beginning part's actually kind of hard.
Which part?
Just the beginning. That's like one of the things I'll mess up typically.
Oh, I'm still garbage at the beginning. Like, I have the lines I use, but even then, I tend to fuck it up a lot.
Yeah.
Like that. Or
Yeah.
I just miss the ring entirely. I'm just gonna go slow just to practice this first line. Okay.
Just a little bit extra. Delay. No, I was close. I think I was going 892. Before I would have entered it, I just didn't vector well enough beforehand. So I just ended up crashing into the side. Yeah, I'm trying to do the beginning faster, that's why I'm crashing a lot. I'm just haven't
I'm
found
gonna
a
crash a
good
lot just while I
way.
get warmed up
And that time I wasn't even going that fast, it was only 800.
only 800.
Well, I want to get like...
That was too early. Okay. I am really power burning. Way
850.
early.
I've done it faster and without like less Jeep, so I definitely did something. Oh, I preserved the momentum better than I typically do.
No! That was such a good start.
has slowed down.
I was looking at flight sticks again today, and I'm really annoyed because one of the ones I've been looking at picking up was the Constellation Delta from Virpil, but I learned it's not available in the US market. So I literally can't get it. It's not even possible.
I don't know if that's a good way to do that bendo, but it doesn't seem that bad.
If I find a way to buy that Delta, I'm gonna buy it so fast.
That little bump really messed everything up. That little... 'cause I had to correct for it and it didn't.
Oof.
Pretty decent though. I'm definitely feeling the mistake of me not eating a lot before. I did have breakfast though, but
I should eat breakfast.
probably because I'm doing little bits of strength training, so I probably need to be eating more.
Yeah. I just don't eat, and I should. Don't do what I do.
Food is good for you. Eat it.
Correct. No, I was so close.
Oh, I did it. I did it. Not completely though. I didn't re-vector after the initial entrance, but I entered it at like 860 and didn't immediately
I
die.
I did it. Was you about to say you beat your lap time again? I was gonna.
Nah.
You motherfucker.
It's like, I think I know how I could though. I just don't execute it, and I'd only beat it by like 1 second. I think. Like, I know how to beat it by like 1 second.
Oh, I crashed. Yeah, you're seeing my start now. It's slowly getting better.
Oh, I went through the ring. I went through it, blacked out.
Oh, I can see you. No, I fucked that up.
Oh, no. Take me. It's recoverable. I was able to
Yeah.
rotate. Oh, that sucks. I just missed the ring, and that was how it got ruined there. Like, I was trying to go a little bit faster. So I did 18 checkpoints in 58 seconds that time.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh. I just hit the first thing I could hit that time. It gets worse every single time, the execution.
Okay, that's how I do that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's more fun when streaming. Trying to do racing a ton. Maybe I should just do more random streams for racing. Probably. Is what I'll do, because it makes me feel more relaxed as well.
Because you're not only focusing on the time, you just kind of chill out.
Well, it
with
feels
chat or
more
whatever.
chilled. Yeah, if someone shows up. Which probably won't happen, and I won't have, like, anything insightful to say. Anyway.
Oh, that line would be so good if I could actually pull it off.
Yeah, I noticed where I needed a better line. Just at the beginning. I need to be taking a better line.
The beginning is like the only spot where I've actually figured out a line to practice, because it's the only part that I've done repetitively.
I did it! I did the tunnel with a full power burn, entering it fast.
Hey, the first tunnel?
No, the second one.
Nice.
Second one was the one I was working. The first one I keep going around 860, 870 whenever.
Right, we talked about that. I way off time that. Wow, I cannot just do this beginning. Okay, I'm just gonna get past the beginning.
That was a really dodgy recovery, but I think I recovered.
Yeah.
From like the third tunnel, the one that's the hardest.
Ah,
It was extremely questionable, but I think.
that's the one with the S bend, right? Yeah. Oh, that was a bad on that line. No, so close. Oh, I overshot the tunnel entrance.
Your time.
Is it record?
Yep. 213.
Really?
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
It's because I told you I knew how to shave off about a second or two, and that Pow was hitting that second tunnel, going really fast and not screwing it up. That was what I was thinking, and that ended up succeeding.
That's awesome.
I think I
Congrats,
lost
man.
time in the last part because I think I wasn't executing it very well. So I think what I'll do next, I think I just want to practice just the
Fair.
last part. I want to figure out if there's a way to power burn through more of it than what I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot of strafing because I'm not comfortable. Because I think I've said it before that it's like the only reason to strafe is if you can't do it with power burning. That's like the only thing. And even then, I figured out there's some places where if you do a really, really, really tiny strafe, it can be even better than power burning for preserving your speed. But it has to be a micro strafe. If you're just like doing full sexed off strafing, you're gonna be really slow, even though it will be easier to execute it. Yeah, it's like I managed to improve my time. Now you need to improve your time. I don't care if it's 1 second. It's improved. Shut up.
I'll get better eventually.
And that means it's on stream, so we can clip that. It will have the overlay on it, which is the only unfortunate thing. But I mean, for people, if we want to show off the thing. It's just for trailers we can't use. But I mean, for any kind of showing off, I can clip that. Send it out. And
Yeah,
plus, like, I don't even run in full graphics when I stream or play normally anyway, so I'd have to increase it to full if I wanted to get any kind of trailer to.
I mean, I can only run the game.
And I already
if
set
I'm
the one in the box, which was a
potato.
225 lap. Like, there's an entire 225 lap where I was running at max graphics and with no overlays. So, I mean, honestly, like, if you wanted for trailer footage, like, yeah, we should just use that, honest. That makes more sense.
Oh, that's the angle. I just needed to be lower.
Alright.
There's so much of the track that I just need to fly through and practice because there's so much of it that I just don't know what to do. That's what happens with my inexperience with space games.
I think that might be.
Hmm?
Yes, this is the turn to execute. This one right here. This is the one where I don't think I don't need the brake for it, which is what I've been doing because it's safer. Well, I think maybe a little bit, but I just need to be smarter about it.
I'm just not
Because then I could not get slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part to practice.
Ooh, I crashed. In time, that's not recoverable. I don't care though. I'm just gonna keep flying it.
Honestly, I think 700 meters would be close enough to the speed. At this. Yep. I don't know how to follow it up though, but that's the execution I think on that part.
Nice.
I think that's what's fastest. I don't. So the problem would be to get the early execution right, and then by the time I get to here to do this hard maneuver, should be the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a G-force issue too. That's even better.
That's the path I need for that.
You found the path.
It did. I'm gonna Windows G clip that.
So you can review.
That's what I've been doing. If I do a path that I like, I clip it.
That wasn't awful.
Then just afterward, before
That's
I
fun.
start practicing again, I'll review all the lines I liked, and then work on those in the beginning, and then do the rest of the track just to improve time. The problem is I'm bad at executing, especially if there's any form of consistency.
That wasn't as fast though, but that was, I think, good execution.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do.
So that part, yeah, that's where I would probably need to switch to strafing, to a micro strafe, just to help preserve the momentum.
Fair. You know what? I'm just gonna do a full run. I haven't done a full run of the racetrack today. I'm just gonna do that.
I hope I don't end up crashing into you because I'm gonna be practicing the end part.
And I'm near the beginning, so you got time.
Oh! I died. I died and I was like doing it easy mode. Oh, 100%. Where I is. Okay, I know where I is. Oh, yeah. That. Why is that pulling more G's? That's a little confusing.
Hmm.
It's like doing like a micro strafe is pulling more than vector power burn. I mean power burn and just vector. I did too well with vectoring it. I crashed into the other side of the ring. I crashed
Nice.
into. I did too much.
Nope, I crashed. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay.
Okay, so that also is like problems of G-forces. So, like, yeah, you can absolutely
Oh, that
vector
S
your
bend is
power burn
so
in,
rough.
but you pull a lot of G's doing it, and you can't see anymore. And I need to be able to see to like fly very well. I'm not very good at like predicting what my ship's doing when I can't see very. Even though some people are pretty good at that.
I can predict when I can't see. I'm just still learning all the mechanics and whatnot. So I just
Doing it wider, taking a wider racing line, does seem to help.
Yeah.
I mean, I know enough about racing where it's like sometimes taking a wider path that is a longer distance is better if it allows you to exit a corner at a higher speed and prevent you from braking. If it's doing that, that's like proper, like optimized.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably like a combination of. Problem is, if I go through this at 800, I'd have to either like precisely slow down only 50 meters per second. If it's working this badly at like 750, I'm usually going through this part at 800. Or I feel like it might be impractical.
Ooh, that was a crash. I'm just gonna keep going though.
Yeah, and then even though that bump actually helped me go through the ring, if I don't have enough time to rotate myself, the next direction the power burn, then that makes the next section of parry. Well, it would
Yeah.
make it next to impossible for me to do. Which is a shame though, because it might be even worse scenario where that's actually technically the meta, but it's so impossibly hard to pull off that only runs that accomplish that have even a chance for record at that point. Why I don't like having a fast time, because it's the more optimized the run gets, the more I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
More fun when you can like screw around and get a good time. It's like, no, I have to actually try now. That sucks. Ah. Oh, the one thing I do want to do, I do want to plug in my phone to check.
Oh, I messed that up.
At least remember.
I've crashed so many times, and I'm just gonna not count this time at all and just have fun with it. Meme. Time to fly poorly for the fun of it. G-locked. Ah, that would have been really
Oh,
cool. Now I'm just trying to do dumb things and see what happens.
actually, if I blow up, it should like, well, reset me wherever I blow up.
Oh, that was really bad. Okay.
Hypothetical.
So how many people so far have gotten sub 3 minute?
I think 4.
4?
Alright, I think I've had my fulfillment. Not only streaming, but doing racing, so I'm gonna be getting off the game and ending my stream. Thanks all you for watching, it was like a good amount.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just starving to death because I made bad decisions as well. With eating.
Yep.
It's like, I still ate, like, I ate literally 2 hours ago. I've eaten, but I feel like I'm starving. Maybe I used up all my energy in the racing, it sucked all the calories out of me. Maybe. Maybe that's what happened. I heard the lap time sound effect. I'm like, what? I didn't do a lap. Oh, yeah.
Let's see, what was it?
That might have been better execution.
3:30.
I'll have to practice that end part more, because I might actually be doing it a really... Not only an easy way, but it might actually be optimized, because the last part is just way tighter than the rest of the races. Like, it requires you to do way more severe turns than the rest of the race does. Which is why I haven't even thought about trying to power burn through it. So not only is this part a tight turn, you also gotta thread between 2 asteroids, so you gotta do it precisely as well as tight. And then when you do it that tight, you hit your G-force limit, and then you can't do the next one, which is tight. And then this requires you to invert your direction. So you gotta like, so it's very important to not over-calculate on that. Well, so yeah. A lot of stuff going on. But regardless, thank you for watching today. And
Yeah, had a good
I might
time.
clip that time later, because that was my new fastest.